Kakadosh Boker Tov, we're continuing with halachot of cutting of the nails. We're talking about on Erev Shabbat. So yesterday we actually brought down that there's no problem according to the halacha because since there was a minhag not to be makpid, to cut it in a certain fashion, so therefore, and the Arizal HaKadosh was not careful with it, so therefore it was already brought down by the Rav Chida and others as well. They were not careful, and therefore, even though and it's not brought down by Maran, so it's also mashma the Maran did not hold of it as well. So therefore, you could cut the nails however that you want. Obviously, you're going to do the right hand, and then afterwards the left hand. What about the cutting of the nails of the toes of your feet? So it's actually brought down. Some people want to say that there's not that much of a mitzvah on Erev Shabbat to do it, which means that the main mitzvah is on the hands, because on the hands it's more of a mius, it's more of a disgusting thing. But tziponei raglaim, there's not much of a chiyuv. However, though, there are people that say no, that you should do it. But now you get into a problem. What's the problem? The problem is, are you allowed to cut the nails of your hands and the nails of your feet on the same day? Now the question is, why not? So the Olat Shabbat actually brings down, it's a sakana badavar, meaning it's a misukan to come and to cut the nails of the hands and the feet in the same day. Other people want to bring down, whether it's the Yesod, the Shosh Avodah, and others as well, right? That it's kasher l'shikha and sakana. So therefore, now all of a sudden you'll forget your learning. So now it's not just stam anymore, that it's only just a sakana, it's other reasons as well. And other acharonim also bring down the same thing, that you should not actually come and cut the nails, right, of the hands and the feet on the same day. However, though, the Maran Rav Chida comes and he brings down that if you actually see in the Magim Mesharim, he says, right, that en lachush al zeh, he says there's no problem. Why? He says, because since the Sefer HaKavanot from Rav Shmuel Vital comes and he says that there was no problem, that means Arizal HaKadosh used to cut the nails on Yom Shishi Tzipornei Yadav Veraglav, so it used to be both. And it's actually brought down in the Sharet Teshuvah and also the Ben Ish Chai, so that you don't have to be makpid. So therefore he says, so they're not makpidim. And then others say, okay, so then what do you do now? So it is actually brought down that they are going to be permitting it if there's a necessity, which means that technically speaking, lecha techila, and this is the way also the lecha brura is being posek, lecha techila, if you can, try not to cut it on the same day. But if there's a necessity, so therefore you would be able to come and cut it on the same day. Now some people also say that if you're going to do it, let's say on Thursday night, then you are allowed to do it on Friday morning, and it's not considered the same day, because even though usually we do go that the night time and the day is the same day, however, though here, right, you could actually be lenient and say that, okay, it's two separate accounts, and therefore what's going to happen is, and according to everybody for sure, if you did it during the day, you could do it the next night. That for sure you could do it without any problem. Now what about on Erev Shabbat of Chazon or on Chol Moed? So we know that you're allowed to cut your nails on Erev Shabbat Chazon, right? And even according to the Ashkenazim, that they do not cut on Chol Moed, and according to Sfaradim, you are allowed to, according to Shtam Maran. If they wanted to, they're allowed to do it on Erev Shabbat, Chol Moed, Lichvot Shabbat. There's no problem. That's what he wants to paskin. And then the last halacha is to do it Netilat Yadayim. Once a person comes and they cut their nails, they always have to do Netilat Yadayim. It doesn't matter whether you only cut one nail or you cut all the nails, you have to do Netilat Yadayim, but you don't have to do it 3 times, all you have to do it is 1 time. But according to the Mekubalim, if the nails were longer than that it's actually sticking out, so then you would have to actually come and wash your hands 3 times and not 1 time. So this is just the different halachot. Bli neder, tomorrow we'll speak about what do you do with the nails afterwards, discarding the nails, but that's also going to be a very, very important halacha.